Hello everybody, welcome back to Lyons Family Farms. So right now I'm working on taking a failed bearing out of a fan, and I was getting ready to go get a hammer and a punch and start beating on it, but then I forgot or remembered I got pullers. So we are gonna pull this bearing off. Figured if I'm gonna replace one, I might as well replace both. I messed the snap ring up. We're gonna go down to the shop. I do have new snap rings here in the shop. I don't have a new bearing in the shop. I'm gonna have to go to Blaine Supply, but I have to go to Blaine Supply anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I don't have the correct snap ring for the shaft. Mine is too big. Slides right over. So I guess I need to get a new snap ring too. What are you gonna do? So I didn't film the last 2 days because it was super hot and I really didn't get into much exciting stuff. But the one night it rained 4 inches. We got a 1/10 this morning and the rain is coming right now. So I'm excited. Look at this. Green grass, man. So I'm not going to Blaine to get that bearing till lunchtime. So I've been in the office here working on some herd management. I've been writing down stuff for calf registry. You can see here. And then once I find all the information, I will go out to the computer and enter all the info. It will send all the info to National Holsteins, or whatever they're called. I think that's what it is. And then they will send us specialized ear tags back for each calf. Doesn't that make a guy happy? All right, back to the fan project. So today's Monday morning. Saturday I went and got that sensor for the 7410, the transmission sensor. I'm gonna put it on right now. I'm not gonna bring the camera down under there with me because it's gonna be dark and I'm probably gonna get frustrated. So I'm gonna need to be playing some music. So we're just gonna check back in after we get the sensor on. I'll show it to you guys. This is all it is, but it's tight and a pain where it is because we can't ever make anything easy. Got the new sensor on, drove the tractor, it's good to go. Here's the old one. I had Eli to come help me. He said he was around today, so I was like, perfect. Because 2 hours into this project, and it's super tight and really a pain. 2 hours in, I needed some help, so I called Eli. He came over, and I was like, what wrenches do you got at home? Because I needed I thought a 29 millimeter. And he's like, well, I got a 28 and a 30. I'm like, all right, it's probably wrong, but bring it. Well, it was a 30, and I was gonna go buy a 29, so what a lucky day. It's now 11 o'clock, it's pretty much lunchtime, so I just blew the whole morning changing this. What a joke. So I went and ate some lunch. Now this afternoon, this pasture has a lot of dead stuff in it from it being really dry, and now it kind of started raining. So I'm gonna mow this pasture down, and hopefully the good grass will start to grow again, which it should. Okay, now we got a good foundation for new grass to grow, which I didn't cut it very low, so I didn't cut off the grass that already was growing. I just cut the tops of the dead stuff off. Looks better too. So, and I take pride on how things look. We're gonna go mow that patch down there by the campground road too right now. It's been raining quite a bit, so we'll see if it's muddy, but we shouldn't get stuck. Put her in low, put her wings down. One wing. Why that hydraulic's not staying in. Okay. Alright, we're back to nothing here. Fire her up. Bring her up to the desired RPM. Just right here about 540. Now we're ready. I got this mowed. This is the only wet spot. I did get the tractor in a little bit. There's the water. Not too bad. Here's the pipe. Just want to make sure I didn't crush it. You see it there. Look at that unit. Check out this vole. It's a pretty big one. He's digging in the grass. There he goes. Little burrow. He's got a funny little mouth. It's like a, I don't know, like a little octopus mouth. Well, playtime with the bush hogs over. It's time to come up here and get some real work done. We're gonna scrape and bed lime and shavings Monday. So we gotta do that all that on a Monday. And whenever we quit raising steers, it really cut down on animals in this barn, and we don't have any animals over at the steer barn anymore. So that definitely keeps us a little cleaner. I don't know if I really ever elaborated on why we quit selling the steers. So we would sell them about 600 pounds, and we would get, I can't think of a number offhand. Let's put it this way, through feed costs and just the time they're here, we were still making money, but we make a lot more money. See if that camera stays, it's probably gonna fall in the manure. We make more money just selling them as a calf. We don't need to raise them, don't need to feed them, don't need to take no time, don't take up space. So that's why we quit raising steers and just sell them whenever they're born. So Dave just got done scraping. He's gonna go get a straw bale, and we'll shake it out in each pen. I'll probably just slap this camera up for a time lapse since I'm the gate guy and the cow runner instead of in the skid loader. I knew that was gonna fall, so did he. Sometimes when you're shaking the bale, and depending on how the bale is shaped or where your forks are at, there'll be more on one side than the other. And it doesn't take much when you get the bale shook 3/4 of the way down for some to slide off the side. It just slid off the side at the wrong spot, but nothing a pitchfork can't fix. Put these gates back. We got lots of room in here. Won't haul this till after corn salad. Corn salad is probably 3 to 4 weeks away. And that really all depends on the weather. If it keeps raining and gets a little cooler, it'll hold the moisture a little longer. But if it gets really hot again and dry, it's gonna leave that plant pretty quick, because the ears, from what I looked at on Friday, I went and looked at some corn. They're done. No more growing or filling out. Just kind of, maybe a little bit yet, but pollination's done, which kind of sucks because we could have used it right about now and not whenever it happened a few weeks ago. But that's something we don't have control over. I was talking to one of our buddies up at Blaine Supply today, and we got talking about how this year the corn that was planted there late May, early June, is going to do better than the corn planted in the end of April, beginning of May, like we planted and a lot of other guys planted. But we were saying that, yeah, you could go, like this year it's going to be better, but in a 10-year span, maybe 2 years of that late corn is going to do better than the early. So that's why I always think we're going to try and get her in as early as we possibly can, because the odds are better that the corn's going to do better when it's planted early. Filling up the unit. Spread 50 pounds every morning. And it got rained on over the weekend. So this morning's spreading was tough. You see that? See how it was going? It wasn't good. I'm gonna have to find a new spot for the unit to reside. The unit. I don't know why I got that name, but it did. What are you doing, Adam? Well, I was getting ready to leave. I just happened to see my exhaust pipe really hanging here.
There goes Lane.
Yeah, there goes Lane. I would say she rusted off.
Yeah, she's looking rough.
But it's still on there, so I'm just gonna let it.
Yeah.
I mean, so far with this truck, I lost my muffler on 17 one day when I was flying down the road. I heard something that was laying there, so I turned around and went and got it. And then one day, my truck was sitting over at Mary Mart, and I happened to look at lunchtime, and this piece on the other side was laying on the ground.
Yeah, here it is. Still laying here in the back.
So, that's the way it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I know we've been slacking a little bit on these outros. Sometimes we get sidetracked and don't get to it, but got my buddy Dave here, right here.
We do apologize, so you know, but please subscribe.